Firstly, I started shooting because of my mother, because of which I am here today, very confident going into Paris.
Hello and welcome to our special show, Eye on Olympics. Today we have with us a special guest who is an Indian shooting star, Anjum Mudgal. She is a living example of determination. She has seen a fair share of ups and downs, but that does not show in her performances, and we saw that even in her Olympic trials. Welcome to Times of India, Anjum.
Hi, thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Anjum, you are India's hope in 50-meter rifle 3 positions. It is called the marathon of shooting. It has a lot of difficulties and some consider it as the most difficult. What are the challenges and difficulties which shooters face in this format?
Yeah, so three position event consists of three different positions in which we have to shoot 20 shots in a match, per position. And yeah, earlier it used to be 40 shots and for 3 hours. Now it's for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Include like
Okay.
that's excluding half an hour that we have to add. So it's overall 2 hours and 30 minutes match. And yeah, so we have to be really good at all the three positions that involve like sitting down, that's a kneeling position, lying down,
Yes.
and then standing. So we have to shoot in that, and it's called difficult because it's at a 50 meters range.
Hmm.
The target is at 50 meters, and also it's an open range, so we have to focus on the wind, the light, it's all these factors really affect our shots. So we have to be considerate of the lighting, the wind, rain, and everything. And there's no air conditioner, so if it's hot there'll be different feeling, if it's very cold it's a different feeling. So I think because of all these external factors, it's considered one of the most challenging events
Format.
in our sport. But I think
Yeah.
as an athlete who has been doing this from the last 15, 16 years, it's the most, I find it challenging because I really enjoy it. And when it's challenging, it really puts you there to give your best.
Yeah. So, Anjum, do you do anything specific to keep your focus and consistency across the three, positions? Because I'm sure it is quite difficult. As you said, there are changing environments and everything. So, what are the preparations which you do personally?
So we have different techniques we incorporate in our training, which has to be different in all the three positions. But at the same time, there are many things that are common between all the three shots. The shot process, the way we breathe and everything is different, and also very similar in all the three
Okay.
positions. But the major difference comes when we are doing physical training for all the three positions. So there is a different set of muscles that get involved in all the three positions. So we focus on certain muscles in our workouts that focus only for kneeling position, and some balancing that is required just for standing position, and the endurance that is required for prone position. So it's just an overall development that we work on technically and also in our physical trainings.
Okay. So, out of the three position, which one do you consider the most difficult personally?
So I think kneeling is a position where is it's very challenging. You have to really sort of, I won't say master, but you have to be a very strong hold on your body. You have to have that hold, and the amount of things that are involved, the balance, the stability and everything in kneeling, I would consider that it's very few people who master that position.
Okay.
But at the same time, standing is also a bit challenging because the matches and the finals get over with the with the standing position, and it's a position in which we have the most pressure at the end of the match, or if we would say, the medals depend on that position mostly. So yeah, standing
The
for some is
standing
also,
position.
yeah,
You're saying
stand
okay.
standing also is a bit challenging when you have a bit pressure. So having that stability in standing also is sometimes a task.
Okay. Anjum, in Paris, there are the weather changes which happen quite often. It is quite different from Indian conditions. So, what are the challenges you anticipate in the outdoor environment?
So I think we have experienced all types of weathers now because there is extreme weathers here in India where it's very warm throughout the summer
Yes,
months,
absolutely.
and also we were training in Europe where it was very cold in
Hmm.
Luxembourg, and but I think in Chartreux we have been there last year and we have seen the
Okay.
weather conditions. It's not very warm, it's not very cold, but it's windy. So I think, and also it's a important aspect in our shooting where we have to consider the wind. And I think there is a lot of training that goes into our routine where we have to focus on the wind and shoot. And it really has to be like, if it's very windy, we have to, off aim a bit on the side so that with the wind the shot goes in the center. So it's that challenging, and sometimes it totally depends on different ranges how effective is the wind. So I think it all is part of our trainings, and I consider myself lucky that I'm doing this event because it eventually it just makes you understand each and every aspect of your mind and body and your
Oh,
rifles.
definitely. So let's go back a little bit.
Yeah.
After some setbacks, you took a break from shooting. I heard you were learning paragliding in Manali, and also you engaged yourself in painting. How did that influence your training mentally and physically, and how did it change your approach towards shooting?
Yes, I think last year when I was trying too hard to be there in the team for the World Championship, to win the Olympic quota, and to make it to the Asian Games team and the Asian Championship team, I was just had this thing in mind that I have to win this quota, and I
Hmm.
was just pushing myself too hard, but
Too
eventually
hard.
that really didn't help me because of the
Mhm.
pressure I had put on myself was not, that it didn't work out for me. And when I was not selected for these competitions, I made sure that I used that free time from the team. Not being in the team gives you time to be on your own. And
Hmm.
I'm someone who loves my own company and would really love to, learn something new. So I use that time to go to Manali at my friend's place. She herself is a youth Olympian, and
Okay.
I learned paragliding from her. And it was amazing to be there for 10 12 days to learn how to fly a glider. And I could feel, so many sports have so many things in common, like the wind we have to see while gliding was another factor of self control, and also how good at you are at understanding the factors around us. And also then I got back to my painting, which was sort of not happening when I was not
So
shooting well.
you're telling me you were a painter?
I do paint. Yeah, I do love painting diaries, t-shirts, and different
Oh.
things, and I love gifting them. So I was not painting when I was not shooting well. It was like I was only focused on shooting. But
Hmm.
for me, having my painting stuff with me really helps me in my off time from shooting, and that's what I did. I got back to painting projects, and then I got back to, I was in Manali again. And then eventually I went to Budapest for my solo training.
Okay.
And yeah, that was something that really changed my my point of view of myself and my shooting. And I had to work on getting back Anjum Modgil and working on my strengths again. And I think that is what has helped me to come to this point where I'm going to Paris now.
So if you had to pick just one contributor, the biggest contributor in your comeback, what will it be?
I think my partner,
Okay.
he's been a very great support. He used to just remind me of all my strengths and all the things I'm missing out in a rush to do good. He just makes sure that I'm grounded and the things I need to focus on. And I think that has really helped me in my last year's journey and what I am today. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. As a former world number one, how do you manage the pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters, and yourself as well?
I think the biggest pressure we put on ourselves is what we have within us. what people say or expect from us. It really shows the support they are, there for us, and the love they have for us. But at the same time, I think if something affects an athlete, it's the expectations we put on ourselves, and I've seen that didn't really work out for me last year. But
Okay.
I think this time, and having all that experience from last year and that pressure we had to, be in for the Olympic trials, we have really learned one thing. I have learned one thing, that I know in what situations I can manage myself and handle the situations well. So I'm very confident in, and very thankful actually, that I got all those experiences, because of which I am here today, very confident going into Paris. And the last year's experiences, and also my experiences from Tokyo, have really helped me to, learn when I'm not doing well, to just keep learning, just keep going, and eventually the comeback will be stronger. So I think all of that really helps you to focus on the job and not really get lost in all the expectations.
So, as you said, this is your second Olympics. What lessons did you take from Tokyo disappointment, and how have you changed those things in for the upcoming games?
Yeah, so I think during COVID, the games happened, and it was
Hmm.
very different
Challenging, absolutely.
experience for all the athletes to stay at home for 1 year, the games being postponed. There were so many who were in such a great form in 2020, but the games got postponed for 1 year. And for me, I won the quota for the games in 2018. For three
Hmm.
years, you have to just be at the peak. You really can't
Yes.
shoot bad. You will be out of the team. So I think all of this is very exhausting. And I would say, because of COVID, there were certain restrictions. We were out of the country for more than 2 months, and it was very tentative every day if we would be shooting or not, because of the COVID test that we had to give in the village every day. So I think it was very uncertain. There were many conditions that were very uncertain in Tokyo, but this time I would say the trials happen at the right time, choosing the right people who are in the form just 1 or 2 months prior to the games. And then
Hmm.
also, we are not that much away from the home, so you get your recovery from the family well. And at the same time, we have a certain plan we are going through forward with. And then there's so many other distractions which we I learned from Tokyo that has to be avoided. So I think it's a very proper planned way now. Because of COVID, the planning affected in a very major way, and I think now it's very smooth going into Paris, and really a very positive environment around.
I just wanted to know, how important is it to have a support of coach, teammates, and family? How important role do they play, especially in major events like Olympics or World Cup? How important is that support?
I think it's everything. The support we get from the people around us, it's what
Hmm.
makes or breaks you. And I think for me, my family has been obviously my greatest support since the first day I've started shooting. And no matter how good or bad I shoot, they're always with me, and they keep reminding me of who I am. And I think for me, the best recovery I prefer from after coming back from a competition or shooting is to spend time with the family. It just gives me so much energy and reload me for the next upcoming competitions and camps, that I think I found my way to recover and rest well through my family. And yeah, that's my strength. And I think what they are thinking, how they support you in difficult times, really shows you how how major part of your journey they are. And yeah, I'm very thankful for each and every person who's in my team. Yeah, obviously that includes my friends and family. And I think a lot of filtrations are done with the people around you, apart from the
Hmm.
family, but the people in your team, maybe, or in your friends, which you feel are not said very positive. So I think all of those experiences, and getting to this level where we have to really choose our close ones, and see who are really happy when you are doing well, and who really care when you are not doing well. So I have that set of people with me, and I'm very, very grateful for them.
Before I let you go, I just want to know, what made you pick shooting? Can you tell a little more about your journey? And who is your biggest inspiration? Any sports personality or anyone who has played a turning, who has been the turning point in your career?
Yeah, so firstly, I started shooting because of my mother. She
Hmm.
used to shoot. She when she was in a college and school level, but really couldn't carry forward that in university or after that. So she made sure I joined NCC and
Okay.
try out this sport because back 15 years ago there was no other way to actually start shooting other than NCC, and because of very expensive equipment and everything. So I was in NCC. I started in 2008, and that's when I could really try out rifle. And so four or five of us, the teammates, they used to share one weapon, and used to share the equipment. So that's how I started. And
Okay.
yeah, so because of not getting everything easily back then, 15 years ago, because there were not many people who knew what shooting was. Everyone
Hmm.
thought कि हम कोई movie की shooting के लिए जाते हैं या
Of
something like
course,
that.
of course.
Of course. So yeah, so we used to make people understand that this is shooting, and I think that's how my journey began through those hardships in NCC and not having my own equipment for many years. And I think that's the reason we are always grateful for the things I have now, because when I started for at least 5 to 6 years, it was a very challenging phase to have that equipment, very expensive. Everything is very expensive. So,
Of
and there
course.
were certain seniors back then who used to help us, who used to tell us that you can get this equipment from this place, or we could just take the hand downs from them, and I think that is it. And Abhinav Bhaiya's medal in 2008 was an inspiration for many shooters, and that's when I actually
Okay.
started. Before that, and it was he just made a path so clear ki ha, even we can go and
Aim for gold.
win. Yeah, we can go and win this medal there. And because of him, I actually came to know, okay, these are the levels of competitions that happen in shooting. Before that, I didn't know what Olympics was. I was just playing different sports. But I think, yeah, so there were many people in shooting. Gagan Narang Bhaiya, he is also of a very different mental level, very, very high standards of how he shoots.
Of
And I
course. Yes.
think Anjali Bhagwati. So there are so many of there in shooting, and then I love following tennis. So I think I just like to learn from everyone I meet and see what I can get better at.
Lovely. How lovely. So, as you said, you started shooting because of your mother. I just wanted to know a small thing. Is your mother traveling with you to Olympics? I'm sure she's very proud of you, where you have reached. You're an Olympian, two-time Olympian. So, is she traveling with you to Paris?
No, actually, I mean, she prefers. She stays. She's retired now and takes care of my granddad. So she
Okay.
prefers not to travel because to take care of him. But at the same time, I think she loves to travel in certain competitions. But in Shatru, I think it will be a bit challenging because of the because it's 3 hours away from Paris where we will be
Paris, yeah.
shooting, and
Yes.
finding an accommodation, and it's not a very
Really difficult, of course.
easy town because of no taxi or no public transport. So I don't want anyone to be there but also not enjoy, because it's a small town, and I am sure without the cars and everything it's a bit difficult. So I just would love to her to be at home and enjoy the match on TV and everything. And then, of course, I take her to different other competitions in Europe when I'm traveling. But I think the games, because I will be busy, I can't really
Yeah, yeah,
just
of course.
put them there that apna dekh lo. Aisa I can't really do that. Yeah.
How lovely. So, like your mother, we'll also be cheering for you from here. Thanks a lot for joining us. It was a lovely interaction. Good luck, and we hope we see you with a medal soon.
Thank you so much. I'll be doing the best I can. Thank you.